Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you the roll cage build I'm doing on this. I filmed the whole bending of the main hoop and everything, but I accidentally shot it in the wrong format. It was turned weird, so it looked like shit, so I just deleted it. So we're going to pick up basically after I bent the main hoop and what happens from there on out, and you're just going to miss the beginning. So I fucked it up, but here's the rest of the video. Alright, so now we're going to get the main hoop that we just bent up into the EK. It's probably been about a month since I actually bent it. I went ahead and did the intercooler pipes and stuff in between time. I am the owner of the shop here, so I don't always get to work on things like I used to. The day-to-day stuff kind of takes over. So today is New Year's 2025, and the guys have off. So I'm here by myself, which is kind of nice because now I can just focus on bending this cage up. The next step is pretty, for me, it's the most difficult because I have to do compound bends and I want to make it tight. So that's the next step. I will show you guys. I actually got the main hoop done and tigged in the car already. I kind of skipped filming that, but I'll show you real quick. So this is the drag style cage. But now we're going to make the front half of it. So that'll be next. I might as well show you guys the intercooler stuff. This is obviously the piping. All new piping done. Nice, actually fits right. Because the shit that was in here before was gross. So I just want to show that as well. So this is like their old stuff. I just give it back because I have no use for it and they might be able to sell it somewhere or something. But it was nice, 3-inch, but they dented the pipe for clearance instead of just actually making it right. So yeah, this shit was pretty ugly, and yeah, the customer didn't want to deal with that anymore. So, but we got that done. I already went ahead and measured everything for my next bar. This is where it gets tricky. So the bar comes from here. I want it to stay tight. So what I have to do is a compound bend here, and as you can see, these cars are not perfectly straight. That's why a lot of the bolt-in cages you'll see come down like this and have like this huge gap. I might have a little gap because I don't know if I want to cut this out yet or not, but anyways, I'm going to make my bend one smooth bend. That way it goes straight and try to stay as tight to this as possible. So it's obviously safer the farther out it is. I would like to get close to that. Most of my cages for road race, I would cut all that out and I'd get it right up tight to that like I did in my car. But this one's a little different. So we may have a little gap towards the end if I keep this. If not, I'll cut it off and just drop it right down. So that'll be it. Let's go put it in the bender and see what we come up with. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about, how it's one bend. So this being angled down and bent in. And obviously you can see we got it around that. So now I'll test fit it in the car. I'll have to notch and play with it a little bit, so I'm not going to waste my time filming that, but I'll show you once it's in. Alright, perfect. So here's the front. Like I said, I had to make compound bend because I wanted to keep it tight. Can't really get too much tighter than that because the way that this kind of like comes out. But pretty small gap. Actually I probably could make it a little tighter, but maybe just see if I push it a little bit. Okay, yeah, so I got a little tighter. So it's pretty much touching up here. And then, yep, just comes up. Gets to the back. There's this lip here. So it's kind of like, I had to like go around that. And then it's touching that whole piece right there. So, obviously once I get it in there, it'll be nice and tight. Obviously it's looser now, but be like that. That's the front. So I'll make the other side And then I'll probably show making the crossbar, but that's gonna be how it's gonna be. Alright, so you see my contraption, kind of just pulling the main hoop into it. That way it just holds it, so I don't have to like have anyone here to help me, since I don't. But just got it tacked. Just tacked in 2 places so it won't move. I'm going to go and make that side. And that's it. And then we'll drop it through the floor. And I'm going to see if I can do it without taking the windshield out. Last time I did, didn't work out so well for me. So probably going to get it removed. But I'm just going to see if I can make it work. And then otherwise, yeah, we're going to have the guy come and pull it. Alright, so I got the other side done. Pretty easy once you kind of know the measurements, but show it to you. So, all the way tight, no real gap. All the way down, and then I kicked it over so that we could still have the latch. Obviously it's not welded, so I can move that in, but I wanted it to go so he could still use his latch. There's plenty of room, so it's not like it's going to be in the way of anything. So that one kicks over a little bit more. What I did decide was to lower it a little bit from the windshield, so you can at least put a finger in here, just in case. Like on that side, I made it like super tight, and it's not touching the windshield, but it's pretty close. And I realized that if he, let's just say, had like super bad vibrations or something, and like if it's that close, I don't want to have him like crack the windshield. So I decided I'm going to call the company, have them pull the windshield, and then I'm going to cut this one back out, since obviously I only tacked it. And then when they pull the windshield, they kind of need it out of the way. So I'm going to just shorten it a tiny bit at the bottom. That way it'll give me a little bit of clearance. So I like it like this. Yeah, so testing, and that's kind of what happens. So you make changes as you go. That's why I tell everyone, like, you're basically paying the same amount if you buy a pre-bent and then have a professional welded in. Yeah, your buddy might be able to do it cheaper, and that's fine. Some people can definitely get it done cheaper, but if you're having a place like me weld in your pre-bent, you might as well just have me build it, because I'm going to make it perfect, and if I don't like something, I'm going to change it, and it doesn't change the price for the end user. That's just because I don't let anything ever leave out of here absolutely the way I want it, you know. So I'm willing to cut that back out, which is going to take me 10 minutes, and I'm going to take it out anyways for the windshield guy. Trim it just so that he doesn't have a issue. But let's just say maybe it was a cage kid's cage or something like that, and you just weld it in and send them on their way, because those, you know, they're all pre-bent. So always obviously recommend having a professional build the cage from scratch. Whether it's me or not, I don't really care. But if you want me to do it, something like this is not super expensive, you know. Like, it just depends. If you bring it to me like this, he brought it with like all the dash and all the stuff, so I had to spend a lot of time to kind of gut it. So, you know, time is money. So there's definitely ways to make it affordable. You can do a lot of work yourself. If not, we can do it all. It's no problem. So I'm going to end the video here, just because the next steps are pretty big steps, and that'll be kind of cool to see the door bars come in, the windshield, all that stuff. So that'll be like its own video. And I know we don't post videos a whole bunch anymore, so I'll just shoot this quick one on my phone just to, you know, give some people something to watch if you care, just to try and get it out there. So if you guys need anything, you got a mud CRV, we can help you out. I'll just show you some of the stuff while we're in here. This is pretty sweet. This is a EK J-swapped We built a custom Haltech harness, and we're building the fuel system and doing a bunch of everything. Basically, all they did was have the motor in it. We're finishing everything else. Good friend of mine's car that I did the cage on prior is getting a Haltech. This is getting built motor, custom turbo kit. We built the motor waiting for a tune. This is Red's car. He's doing a Fuel Tech harness for himself. Obviously the Element and my toys don't care. Built motor on the 9th gen. Some Miatas, Civics that just needed regular stuff. Choppy in the back. And then that RSX. That RSX is going to be the next one that I actually show a video build on. Super cool, but I don't want to share anything on it right now. So again, if you guys need anything, let me know. We're pretty open right now as it's like slows down for between here and tax time. But we can definitely get you in. Roll cages, whatever you need. Even regular stuff. The Rudd's automotive side of the business can handle regular routine stuff, but the racing stuff is all here. So anything you need, let me know. Have a good one.